The thing we hear more than anything is, I wish I had this when I was starting out. 9 out of 10 new real estate agents are going to fail out of this business within 3 years. Sounds like a problem, right? And yet, the large majority of real estate brokerages are not doing anything to address it. Why is that? If you think about it, if you were the CEO of a real estate brokerage and you had to decide between devoting your time and resources to experienced agents with proven track records or to a group of newer agents with a 90% failure rate, which one would you pick? The reality is, it just doesn't make business sense for most brokerages to focus on newer agents. And so instead, new agent training becomes an afterthought. It's inconsistent. It rarely delivers on its promise to actually help agents grow their businesses. And the agents who suffer for it, they're not necessarily people who lacked motivation. They're not people who didn't work hard. For most of them, it's simple. No one really taught them how to do this job. Think about what that first year in real estate looks like. You're studying for weeks, you passed your exam, you're pumped. And then you walk into a brokerage and you realize nothing you learn on that exam has anything to do with what you're supposed to do on that first day. Maybe, if you're lucky, you'll get a mentor. If you're lucky, they'll answer your questions when they have time. Maybe you'll go to a training session here and there. And you're left trying to stitch it all together on your own. You're figuring out how to run a buyer consultation, how to price a home, how to guide someone through one of the biggest financial decisions of their life. Here at Bolst, we really believe that it can be done differently. I'm Ben Rieckhoff. I'm the Director of Training at Bolst here in Atlanta. And I want to start by telling you, I was one of those agents who almost failed out of business in my first year. When I got into real estate, I joined a brokerage that was just not set up to train me. I made a lot of mistakes that cost me time. I lost business that I should have kept. I had no real process or framework, no business plan, no one sitting down with me and saying, here's how you actually do this job. I just figured that's what the job was and this is how everyone goes through it and this is just kind of normal. It wasn't until I teamed up with Justin Landis on his team, one of the highest producing real estate teams in Atlanta, that I realized how much I still had to learn. More than that, I realized that operating at a high level in this business wasn't some mysterious talent, it was a skill set that can be taught. Before real estate, I spent 10 years as a public high school teacher. And when I started to see how Justin's team operated, my brain went into educator mode and I started thinking, why isn't anyone teaching this? Like actually teaching it, like the way a real curriculum is built, where every concept connects to the next, where complex topics get broken down into something that anyone can understand and apply, because that's the other thing I noticed when I looked at training across the real estate industry. There's no real focus on the art of educating. So I started making classes and Justin hired me full-time to take everything that made his team elite and turn it into a real estate curriculum. One built the way a teacher would build it. And that program's called Elevate and Advance, and that's what I want to take some time to walk you through today. Elevate and Advance is a 16-week training program built on the systems and frameworks of one of Atlanta's highest producing real estate teams and structured in the way a real estate educator would structure it. All of the core content lives in a video-based training platform. You have access to it from day one as soon as you join. We're talking full modules, video lessons, checklists, example contracts, real-world frameworks, everything organized so it builds on itself one module at a time. You can work at your own pace, you can go back and re-watch something, you can work ahead, and every week we meet as a group. Same instructors, same cohort, week after week for 16 weeks. When we meet, we are not lecturing. All of that is already in the modules. What we're doing when we meet is going deeper. We're talking about how you're going to apply this stuff in your actual business, with your actual clients, in your actual market. We're working through real scenarios with you. We're helping you make a plan. In addition to helping with the process of buying and selling real estate, we're also helping you hold yourself accountable to your pipeline growth in a way that is authentic, sustainable, and scalable as you grow. We're available outside of class. If you need someone to look at a contract before you send it, reach out. If there's a tricky situation with a client and you're not sure how to handle it, we'll help you talk through it. We are in the business every day. Every single instructor in this program, including me, is still actively selling real estate. Nobody wants to learn from somebody who hasn't sold a house in 5 years. So what does this actually cover? You're going to learn how to do this job, not how many square feet are in an acre. You're going to learn how to build a sustainable, referral-based real estate business. You'll learn how to generate, track, and maintain a steady client pipeline. You'll learn how to run a buyer consultation that sets the right expectations from the first conversation. You're going to learn what a high-level listing appointment looks like and how to price strategically in a way that earns a seller's trust. You're going to learn how to write and analyze offers, how to handle a multiple offer situation with an offer that's attractive to a seller, but it'll still protect your buyer. How to run a deal from contract to close, minimizing unnecessary contract terminations, and how to use tools like FMLS in ways that most agents never figure out on their own. Most importantly, you'll learn how to do all this while keeping your client's best interest top of mind. By the end of 16 weeks, you're not holding a stack of random notes. You have a repeatable process. A way of doing this job that doesn't depend on having a perfect day or reinventing the wheel on every transaction. That's what years of experience on a top performing team looks like when it's been turned into a curriculum. And that's what Elevate and Advance is. We've had agents walk through our doors with 8 years of experience who have never had real formal training. 8 years of figuring it out alone. That's who this industry is failing. And there are hundreds of high potential agents who are being underserved right here in the Atlanta area. I built this program because I lived the alternative. I know what it costs to guess your way through your first year. I know the deals you lose that you didn't even realize you lost. I know what it feels like to sit across from a client and not have the confidence that comes from actually knowing what you're doing. And then I saw what was possible when someone actually invests in teaching you. Agents come to us from every brokerage in the city. And the thing we hear more than anything is, I wish I had this when I was starting out. So at Bolst, we made a deliberate choice to invest in agents the right way. Real money, real time, real people. Because there are so many talented agents in Atlanta who have everything it takes to succeed, and they're being set up to fail because no one actually invested in teaching them. And so we decided to be the brokerage that does. If this sounds like what you're looking for, DM us or send us an email. The info's right here below the video. When you reach out, I'm going to personally set up a time to walk through everything one-on-one. I'll show you the platform, we'll talk about where you are in your career, and we'll figure out together whether this is the right fit for you and for us. And if a new cohort hasn't started yet, you don't have to wait. You can jump straight in. You could start moving right now. We'll be right there until the next group is ready to go. We understand that real estate is a hard business, and struggling through it alone, it's not how it has to go. You deserve real instruction. You deserve instructors who are out here doing this with you. You deserve a process that works. And that's Elevate and Advance here at Bolst, and I hope to talk to you soon.